Greetings, peace and love. This video, I gotta do this, man. Yo, what more do we gotta do as men, or like men such as myself? What more can we do to speak on sexual assault, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, mental awareness? Like, where is the love and support for this? Why isn't this not trending? Why aren't we speaking about this? It's like, let's be real here, people. Y'all be bullshitting around, man. Like, when I see social media and I see certain things, you see the overly, how our women are overly sexualized, but our women want this love and this genuine, someone to embrace them genuinely, and all these things, but like, and it's not even that, it's our men too. Yo, let's start with sexual assault or sexual abuse. It's some of us, man, that we know, that's people in our family. That's things that happen in our family that we're not even speaking of because people are afraid. Like, it's on us. It's on you to step up. It's on you to speak about these things, man. Nobody else is gonna do it. You know, for the sisters and brothers, like, you've been in relationships, or growing up, and you question your everything. You question your sexuality, or you question what you are and who you are and how you're supposed to be living. But everybody's sitting back like this is just, they just keep brushing shit up under the rug. Like, it stopped now. You have kids that have been molested. You have adults that are walking through life that have been molested and then they carrying this anger through relationships. Like, this stuff trickles down, and we're just sitting back like it's okay. It's not okay. There are so many women, not all. There's so many women. That's a high percentage of women, especially the ones I know that I've connected to. I've been in a relationship with women that like have been molested by uncles, friends, and then they approach people with these things and they're in disbelief, or they just simply don't care. But I just want to say, I forgive myself for them. I forgive them, but it's like, man, I can feel it. It's so many women out here, man. I'm telling you, brothers. Like, yo, this is deep, man. And women too. Some men have been open up to this idea that they probably been molested by men in their family or somebody. Could be women. And then now they're overly using overly sexualizing or carrying this energy or this spirit of feeling like sex is all they have to offer. I speak about this topic. It's the same thing with a lot of our women that may have been molested when they were younger by someone that could have been a relative or something close, and that a part of them. Yo, some women don't know how to recover from that. But we sit back and we know, especially in the communities. I like to say, well, I could say like in the communities where some may say, I like to say the indigenous, or this happens everywhere, but what I witnessed in the community where I grew up at, it's like I know of people that had came out and spoke to me and told me certain things. I'm like, what? And then that has driven their urge for sex as an outlet for relationships. And we see that with a lot of the behaviors displayed on social media. No one questioned what it is about why it is that our mothers or grandmothers or kids, like, we don't question and sit back. Why are they displaying this behavior? And then the attention, what they're putting out, then it's being returned, and we're not questioning that. We're not questioning what has this man experienced for him to portray himself, and out of respect, like to portray, for people to portray themselves as whatever sexual preference they choose to, follow, such as like if people perceive, call themselves gay or their preference is men. But then you see a lot of them, or some, not a lot, but what I've witnessed, you see how they treat women, or you see even with some women what their relationship is towards men. But it's like, what really is the trigger there? What is really the trigger? Or what is the root of what they're experiencing? What is their anger? Why is their emotion towards men or women this way? What really has happened in their childhood for them to go this way? And so that's where it starts. We got to start going to the root of what's really going on. That's things that happened in my family that I didn't even want to believe, that people have opened up to me and not other people. When I'm sitting back like, okay, why don't you sit there and, with this person and let them know? And maybe they have or they haven't, or maybe some people don't have the courage to do it. But some of us do. Some of us are called to do that shit. Some of us are here to call that shit out, to change that narrative, and then to allow each other so we can heal through it. And then when we heal and heal through it, we help others heal through it. There's kids that have been affected by this. This has been passed down from generation to generations. Like, it's okay for people to be touched on in a certain way and that be acceptable. Such as men, certain men have been touched on, or certain things have been happening to them. And then now they display this behavior, this anger, or whatever emotion towards, whether it be women or men, or women, however it is perceived. Same with, vice versa with women. And so it's like, yo, this is not okay. I speak about it all the time. Especially sexual abuse or sexual assault is something that is very, like, touchy to a lot of people that really don't have the courage to speak about this. Let me tell you, sisters, especially my women, I know and I'm aware that a lot of you don't have the courage. I just want to say I love you. I appreciate you for even having the courage to even still get through your life, to even have the courage and the strength and the resilience and the consistency to still be there for, not only for yourself, but to even someday open up to someone, whether it be your spouse, your partner, or even accept it within yourself so that you can move on and know that you're worthy of love, or to be worthy of having kids, or to be worthy of opening yourself again to someone. Same with men. Because a lot of us are fighting this war, this spiritual war, and we don't even know why. But I like to focus more on the women and the children, because it affects the mother. Again, when the mother feels something, just as the father, but when the mother feels something, it also trickles down to the kids. But it's also important for the women that do not have kids, because some women may not have the courage to step out and do that again. I'm letting you know you are worthy, you are more valuable. You are more valuable than just sex, to be seen as an object. You are more valuable than that. For women that want to bring life into this world, you have the power to bring forth life. You have the power to reconnect with the essence of yourself, to heal your womb, to restrain from those things that you don't to want to engage in that. You have that right. That is your birthright. That is your purpose. You don't have to do anything. If you decide to heal and you want to step back, I've been in relationships, and I'm here to tell you, I understand, and I understand, I comprehend. I've been in connections with women that I question. Well, I didn't question, but I wouldn't force anything, but it was showing me that not even trying to force them into doing anything, you learn down, like, in the journey of relationships, certain behaviors or certain ways people interact or exchange, like, however the relationship is, connections. One will see, like, you will learn their love language. You will learn, such as, like, why is someone so, like, always wanting sex so much? And some people can have a high sex drive, but to the depths. So I'm saying, like, when I was in relationships, some of the women that I connected to, and I realized it had something to do with me as well, from what I experienced in my childhood, being touched on by women, and that I wasn't okay with that. And I learned that till I got to an age to where I knew that that wasn't okay. But also, I realized that the women I was connected with, they have experienced something similar or something tragic or traumatic, to where their behavior and my behavior kind of coincide. It's not to say one outweighed the other, but it was more of like, it was something to learn from this. And then it was a lesson to learn from this and to heal from. And it was our choice to do that. And so that's why we see in some connections with some people, like, you'll see people have babies out of these connections, or if someone is forced on or raped or something, like, and there's a baby created from this, that pain and that trauma is passed on. It's not to say that that woman has gotten over that. A lot of us hadn't got over that hump or gotten through things because it's a part of us that is connected. The root of it is connected to, like, maybe the person that it happened with, that traumatic experience in childhood. Maybe it's that woman or man, however it is, not to give a title to it, but something happened there to where there's a connection where it keeps us, in a way, some people bound, or that idea of, can I get through this? How can I release this? And so for some people, that follows them through their life. And then you have some people that get through it, and then we acknowledge it, and then we heal through it. It's not to say that it'll ever be erased. It's a more of the forgiving ourselves, forgiving the other person. It's a process, and a lot of us don't know how to get through that process. And this is what I'm here for. A lot of our women, a lot of our men, low battery, a lot of our women and our men have been through things that, are we really sitting down and learning, like, okay, what have you really been through? Have you really sat down with your partner, or really sat down with yourself, your own demons and darkness, and sat with it and be like, you know what? Have I really expressed to my partner why it is my love language is the way it is, or why it is that certain things? Have I sat down with myself? And so I've learned that I'm my own therapist first. Some people, they have free will to do their own therapy or go to therapy. But I truly feel like we have to sit down with ourselves, or then we have to connect with people and wonder, what is this teaching me? What is this connection teaching me? And then how is it connected to what I've experienced in my past, or with, is this some type of trauma bonding, that I'm creating with someone? Am I recreating this traumatic experience of what what has happened in my, childhood? Am I carrying this, this childhood trauma or this baggage from what I've experienced? And so, to my brothers and sisters and my mothers and even kids, because it's some people that will see this video, I value you. You are worthy. You have the courage to speak up about this. Someone needs to hear it. So we no longer have to walk in victimization. We can walk in victory. And that's what I'm here to let you know. Like, my art, this speaks about me coming from a place of darkness into light. And then also speaking about, also doing artwork on what I've experienced. And showing people that visual on, like, how you could learn to, we embrace our darkness and realize we are our light inside of that darkness. But to my, like, especially to those, my sisters and the mothers, you know, it's time to heal. It's time to heal. Now is the moment to heal. Now is the moment to sit down with your mother. Now is the moment to sit down with your father. Now is the moment to sit down with that person. Maybe I'll show you. I'll share some steps that I help others. I don't want. It's not about names. It's like some moments that you have to. If you have to write a letter to yourself about forgiveness. If you have to write a letter to your inner child, you know, to forgive and write a beautiful letter, or, you know, however that letter comes out. If you have to write a letter to that person that it happened with, you know, releasing whatever emotion, but also giving gratitude. And it may sound crazy. It's like you feel the emotion of darkness, but also it's like getting through it. You're giving gratitude to, like, okay, I'm getting through this, so I no longer have to stay there. And so, again, this letter is like a letter to whomever it is, in forgiving self and then forgiving them. And you can, like, go outside at night and burn this letter. And it's like a form of release. The fire represents a transformation, you know, like a phoenix. In other ways, it's like, what else way? Spirit say, like, Ho'oponopono. And that's something you can look up on YouTube. It is an ancient Hawaiian prayer, and it talks about how the first step is like, please forgive me. No, what is it? No, I'm sorry. First step is I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. So it's 4 steps. And so you can have a picture or something of this person, if you have it available or not. Or you can have something, a picture of yourself, like a baby picture. And these are just steps. And what it does, it helps you connect with the essence of what it is or whatever traumatic experience. So the first step is, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry for the things that have happened. You can say for yourself or for, you know, carrying whatever it is. Forgive me, like forgiveness for self, you know, forgiveness for other people. And then thank you. It's like giving gratitude, just like getting through it. Thank you. I thank you for whatever happened. And it's like I'm giving gratitude for that past, so I no longer have to carry that with me, that burden. And so it's releasing it. And then I love you. Finishing off with I love you is like I love myself. I go in the mirror, I love myself. And then I love you. So it's like a mirror effect with this individual or yourself. And what it does, it brings healing. And you keep saying it, the 4 steps. Other steps is like, forgiveness is always key. A lot of us are not taught a lot of steps. And this is what I'm realizing, is that, yeah, we've been taught a lot of things to do, how to look successful, to pretend like we're not hurting, to act like nothing's going on, to brush shit up under the rug. Those days are over with, because everyone's going through something. We've been shown in the light aspect or in the tangible, and oh, this is how we do things, but more of the spiritual aspect, or learning to embrace our darkness. Then we see that, okay, what is it about myself? I got to go within myself. And then what can I do? It starts with, like, any steps to moving forward. It starts with self-acknowledgement or accountability. Self-accountability. Like, what part did I take in, like what I'm doing now? What part did I take? And this is not to say, and it's like, what part did I take up to now? So, and that's stemming from whether one has been verbally, physically, and mentally abused. Because I know some people have been through things where it was out of their control. And that's something that, again, especially as a child, my nose is running, especially as a child, it births confusion, or it births confusion, and as we get of age and progress, and then we get to a certain age where we're like wondering like, what's really going on? Is this me? Or, is this who I really want to be? And again, everyone has free will. Out of respect, everyone's going to live how they're going to live. But this is for the souls, the beautiful souls that actually, it's like you want to free yourself from these burdens of knowing that you've been carrying something for 10, 15, 20 years of hurt and pain that does not belong to you anymore. I'm here to say to release it, let it go. Free yourself, forgive others. Open your heart so you can now help others. There's little girls and boys out there that have experienced things such as this, and they go through life silently like some of us have. And people don't even talk about it. And some of their parents or even, uncles, aunts, a lot of people, they say nothing about it. They tell them, oh, it's okay. They give them money to say, oh, it's okay. They feed them material things, and some of us know, oh, it's okay. It's okay to just, and it's not, because it doesn't sit right within your spirit. And we know that, and that's why we're here now. That's why it's important for us now to shake shit up. And so I'm here to tell people, I love you, I appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you. And so now is the moment to rise and share and speak your truth and live in it, because no one can take that away from you. No one can dim your life. Peace and blessings. Tap in.